Oh, hey there. Right. So we're going to do some painting. We're going to do some painting today. I'm just getting all the stuff that I need. So we're going to need a pot for the black paint and its lid. We've got the black paint, because we're only going to be doing black today. We are going to need, so I made these last year, I think. I want them on display. This just doesn't match my aesthetic. Don't know what I was going for. It is Australian paint, but we know it'll always be underneath. And we're just going to paint them black because I want them on display. Or maybe a dark grey. Should we get the white as well? And make like a dark grey. We'll get another pot as well then. And they'll look for that one. So I can do some mixing. I do have a pack of new paintbrushes. Like that. I think that's all we'll need. Brilliant. Everything else is going to go. I can stay there actually. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go and close the door. Okay. Move this out of the way. Right. I'm actually uploading a YouTube video. Wow. Filming a YouTube video. It's all quite the thing, isn't it? So, what we're going to do is I'm using this card. This is going to be over here. You can't see it, but it's going to be out of the way. I'm going to put 3 sheets down. This is going to be the drying rack, if you will. And I'm going to use the orange one as something to paint on, so I don't get paint on the carpet. So it's going to go like that. I'm going to put you down and then zoom you in a minute. But that's going to just on there, and then we're going to paint it, is how it's going to work. We'll use a different one per colour. So yeah, we're going to be doing the black ones today. I'm hoping I can buy some, so these letters, all of them apart from that one, that one, that one and that one, are going to be black. Because you can get some of these, not in the one there, maybe you can get them, of these little things, but white, so a bit like the hearts. I'm going to see if I can get some of them, because I think I mentioned it in my last video. Trying to get these perfectly white without streaks or anything, it just will take so many coats of paint that I'm just not willing to do when I can actually just buy them already white. You know what I mean? I should have got them when I saw them. But that's that. So I got some new paintbrushes. I couldn't get the Australian ones, you know, the paintbrushes from Australia to just be okay. They were just hard and wasn't a vibe, you know what I mean? So yeah. Peace. Okay, so this is the second time I'm recording this audio. I didn't like the first one, like when I started recording this, I don't know what date this was. This was like maybe very early July, so maybe 2 weeks ago. I'm not really sure. It's mid-July now. 15th, exactly mid-July. It's the 15th, nearly going on to the 16th. It's the 9th of the 15th. I was just a bit out of it. I still do feel a bit out of it, but I'm all right. So what you see me doing here is I'm making a grid. Don't know why I didn't do them black. Don't know why I didn't do them black, because I'm looking at them now. They're on top of a black frame is where I've put them. But yeah, I'm repainting the letters because even though that was Australian paint, I don't know, I really wanted to put them up, but my whole house is just a monochrome theme, I'd like to say. And you know what I mean? It's just... So I just painted them this really deep grey colour, which I do just want to repaint them black. So these are letters which I haven't kept. I haven't kept any of these because what I wanted to use them for, I've changed my mind. Firstly, they were too small. Secondly, I've got bigger ideas. A couple of days after this, I did buy off Amazon. Was it during Prime Day? No, it was before Prime Day. Some black vinyl and white vinyl, which you'll end up seeing in this video. You'll see the white vinyl towards the end of this video. But I got black and white vinyl, like sticky back plastic, but coloured. And I'm gonna make something for... This was gonna go above where my George Ezra vinyl is. It was gonna go above there, and it was gonna say something like "music is magical" or something. Music is medicine, something like that. I can't remember. But the letters were too small, and so now I've decided I'm gonna make something out of the vinyl, which is the same stuff which I spend an arm and a leg on all over my walls that I've got, but this is not going to be a picture. These are going to be words. If what I want to do goes the way I want it to, it'll be all right. So yeah, I didn't keep any of this stuff, so I don't even know why I still included it. I literally just threw them away. I was like, yep, bye. What a waste of an afternoon. You know what I mean? You'll see me painting some white things as well. I don't know if I've filmed painting the white tags. I don't know. One was for a thing I'm making for my girlfriend, and one was for my blanket basket thing. I don't know. And then a spare one I think I did as well. I can't remember. So yeah, I've been trying to get this video done for ages now, actually. But I'm meant to be taking a break from writing, but I'm still continuing to make videos, which makes absolutely no sense. Now I'm like weeks and weeks ahead of videos. So I could take a break if I wanted to, but I want to do all the ones I want to do because all this clutter that was in my house, like I wanted to put all that stuff up, because it was just in a cupboard cluttering my space. I wanted to put it up, so I just wanted to get it done. So I was like, I might as well just make the videos and then have my week off from YouTube, my actual week off from YouTube in a few weeks, week or two, once I've got all these videos done. The video after this is going to be probably the bathroom. Finally, the last series of the decluttering series thing, which is the last episode of the decluttering series, which is the bathroom one, because I was waiting for something to arrive to put in my cupboards to organise my stuff in there, and it finally arrived. It was all the way from Austria, but you'll have to watch that video too, because I'm not babbling on about one video in a different video, you know what I mean? I don't know. If you notice any weird cuts in this video, it's because I keep stopping the audio because I need a break, because this is like 40 minutes of non-stop time lapses, because like especially during the start of the week, or the start of this video I should say, I did not feel like talking at all. I was still quite upset, so you don't even see me recording my face really. I do record my face towards the end of the video, like the second half of the video when I'm in my bedroom and stuff. I do record my face then, but not talking, because I didn't really have much to say, which I'm quite annoyed at now, because I did tell myself, that I was gonna, like, how do I put it? I was gonna commentate, however that's pronounced, these videos as and when I went along. So like, I don't know how to put it. I would, all these little clips you see, I would do the audio, the voiceovers for them as and when I edit each one, because I've got to download each one onto my phone, speed it up, delete the original one so I have enough storage to store them all on my phone. Really weird. It's because I've got such a low capacity of storage on my phone and my iPad and my laptop, and it's just a whole ordeal, but it's worth it because the quality of these videos are so much better, and it's nice that I'm able to like use my phone, control my music and stuff, and when I'm recording videos, because I'm not used to be able, and I didn't used to be able to do that. But it just didn't sound right. Like the video just sounded too choppy doing it like that because, I might be in a different room and the sounding might be different, and it just seemed like a load of little videos merged together instead of just one consistent video. So that's why I decided to mute them all, apart from the bits where I'm actually talking. Decided to mute them all, and then I'm just going to do it in one long string, which is quite daunting because it means I've got to sit here and find some things to talk about. Oh yes, there are my letters for like 40 minutes, which I don't mind. I don't know why I'm at this point. When I was in my bedroom, that's my bedroom that you see me in, I was like, I know I'm not going to keep these because I was actually in my bedroom at this point. I just said that. So I was able to look at where I was going to put them, and I was like, no, I don't want them. But for some reason, I had to finish painting them before I could throw them away, and this is why I'm really bad with time management. You know what I mean? Like, I Googled the other day how to manage my time better. Not wasting my time doing stuff like that, knowing I wasn't going to keep them, is probably step one. I'm not sure, but I think it would be step one, you know what I mean? So I've almost done this bit. Did I mention that already? I can't remember. I keep splitting up the audio because it's just a lot. It's a lot. I don't think I've got any more videos now where there's going to be a major amount of time lapse. I mean, there is a few more painting videos. There's like, I need to do more stuff. I made these Australia paintings, is what I call them. I made these Australia paintings. Honestly, I haven't even seen them, which is really weird. I don't even think I've seen them since I've been to Australia, which is it's going to be quite emotional. I know it's not, no one else is going to care. But I spent many, many years, especially over the pandemic. Didn't use these hearts either, by the way. Didn't even use them. No, nothing. But yeah, I had this obsession with Australia. I still do. I love Australia. But it's like less of an obsession now, more of a yearly thing that I go to. Like, I actually go there now, which I will. Yes, these are the little tags. Yeah. The other one was for the blankets, I think. I don't know. My blanket basket says blankets on it. I use like some little stickers. Cute. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. And so for many, many years, I used to paint and do like research and make posters. And I painted these, how many would there be? However many states there are and territories in Australia. I can't think off the top of my head. There's Sydney one. There you go. This will test my knowledge a bit. There's a Sydney one. For obviously New South Wales. There's obviously Perth for Western Australia. There's Adelaide for South Australia. There's Darwin for the Northern Territory. There's Brisbane for Queensland. That one's always the one I get confused. That's not right, is it? Yeah, it is. Brisbane for Queensland. And there's Melbourne for Victoria. And then Hobart, is it pronounced, for Tasmania? I think. Have I missed one? Fairly sure I've missed one there. Either way, they're like these pictures and it's got like the skyline on it. Did I show people them like between Australia trips? Might have. Haven't seen them since my second time in Australia. Why have I got goosebumps? Like, literally, I get goosebumps just talking about Australia. Like, you should see them. Oh, literally on my leg. Ooh. Not like a creepy type of goosebumps, just weird obsession with that country. I don't know what it is. And so, I'm not even looking at the screen. You can just watch and just listen to my life story. It's a bit like I saw this TikTok of this dude telling us this story, and it was like a skit thing, and he realised we weren't paying attention, and so he took his iPad and put like Subway Surfer. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. You can watch me paint. I'll do whatever I'm doing and I'll talk about Australia. And like the skyline, and then I had like the Australian flag as the background, and then the word of whatever state it was, whatever capital of the state it was at the top, and then like the skyline of that city on the bottom. I saw it years and years and years ago when I was still in like my first year of college. Oh, look, we've changed. So this is not that long ago. I was feeling a bit better. I was able to record my face. I'm painting my box now. Yeah, that's fun. Look at me go. I paint, before anyone comments about my painting, yeah, I do paint really weirdly. I paint like how I colour, and I've been told I colour weirdly. I kind of section bits off. You'll see in a minute. Yeah, I do that thing where I section things off and then I paint. Couldn't get this box to not be patchy though. It's probably the way I paint. I put layers and layers and layers on this box, but each to their own. But yeah, most of this now is just this box. So that's really it. Anyway, and so I made these paintings like, well, I did it in my first year of college. I made ones, I think they were originally for an assignment. I really think they were, because I don't know why, if I was busy with college, why I would have made them for new, because there was a few that weren't Australia. I made Perth, Western Australia, which, for obvious reasons. Then I made Halifax, Canada, another place. I just like the word Halifax, like that's why I like that place. I do like Canada. I have always wanted to go to Canada. Like, I do prefer Canada to America. But it's the weather. I don't like the weather. I don't like cold weather, like freezing cold weather. I don't mind chill. Like, I don't mind, like, breeze. But I really like hot weather. I mean, the cold makes me cry. Like, I cry in cold weather. Like, actual tears. Like, tears falling on my face. You know what I mean? Then there was Tampa, Florida, I think. Those 2 US ones. Don't know why I did. And Sacramento, California, I did both of the sunshine little state things, the hot ones. California, because obviously California, LA. I think also one of the minimalists moved to LA. I think that's why I did that one. And then Florida. Really weird. But I had this obsession with this YouTuber for like a month. This gaming YouTuber. His name is Gray Still Plays. I literally think he's like, I don't know. And he had this character called Florida Man, and I couldn't stop thinking on The Sims, and I couldn't stop thinking about Florida Man. And so I did Florida. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. He stopped playing The Sims though, so he got an unsubscriber. Don't watch him anymore because he stopped playing The Sims. I do rewatch some of his videos because Sims 4 videos and the such are like my comfort videos. My comfort YouTuber now is Kevin. I will just watch, especially his Sims 2 series. I've gone on about this, I think, in every single video, but I will watch them like every night. Every night, there's just the same collection of videos, without a doubt. Just every night, no matter what I'm doing. I'll fall asleep to them. And I can't usually fall asleep to watching things, but I can fall asleep to Kevin. Like, he is a comfort to me. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, so I'm painting this box. I'm going round the hinges because I don't want to take the hinges off because that would be effort. I did end up taking the latch off and then putting it back on just because there was a bit that I couldn't get to with a paintbrush, but you don't see that. I do that quite spontaneously when I'm lying in bed and I keep staring at it one night and I'm like, no, I just need to quickly just take it off, unscrew it, paint that little bit and then screw it back on again. It took me about 5 minutes in total. I do like the colour of this paint. I do like the darkness of it because I put white letters on it using my new vinyl, which you'll see soon. And so, yeah, so I ended up getting rid of or painting over. I think I painted over the Florida one, the California one, and the Canada one. I made all the paintings, like, completely unrelated, which was cool. I don't have them anymore either. Just, I don't have them. Do I have pictures of them somewhere? Don't know where they'll be. They're probably somewhere on my Instagram. Don't know. It's been a while. Which is fine. But but then I got some cardboard. I think I literally bought the cardboard. Like, I bought cardboard sheets off Amazon or something, or my mum's Amazon. I didn't use Amazon before I moved out. Like, I'd never used Amazon before I moved out. Maybe once to order a book or something. But now I literally use it every day. Like, I'm staring at, like, 2 Amazon boxes as we speak. As I speak, I should say. Which is fun. And I literally covered them in paper because it was easier than painting them white or doing anything like that. You would have had to buy really expensive white paint and not have to do a million coats. It would have just sunk into the cardboard. So I just covered them in paper and then just drew them. And I really wish I filmed them because I really wish I did YouTube back then. But I didn't. Here we are. I think this is a different day or a different part of the day. I can't really remember. And so I did all the Australian ones. Anyway, I did them all at once, which don't know why I did that. They were big. They took a lot of time. I pretty much did the majority of them over lockdown. I started them before lockdown. I started them in about 2019, I think. But I just kind of pushed them to the wayside. And then when we were literally all locked inside, I was like, well, time to finish the paintings. So that's what I did over lockdown. I finished them. That and the Coke bottle picture, which is another one we've got to fix. But I don't know how I'm going to fix that one. Don't know how I'm going to fix it. Because what happened with that one was I painted it. It was brilliant. I was so proud of it. It took me like a year, but I did it. And then I'd started to Mod Podge it, which I've ruined so many things with Mod Podge that you don't understand. And which was fine. I Mod Podged about half of it. And then I moved out. That's just how random it was. I was kind of like, right. So I took it off the wall because I think I was Mod Podging it on the wall. No, it was. Did I take it off the wall? Right. I was looking to move house. I think this was the correct storyline. I was looking to move house and I was a bit eager to go and live by myself because the thought of, I have like 3 baths a day. The thought of just being able to do that without my parents nagging me, I was an eager beaver. Love them, but I was an eager beaver for my 3 baths a day. And yes, I do still hold up to my like 3 baths a day. Maybe 2 baths a day. Maybe 2 baths a day. Like that's literally my comfort. So no one come at me. That's like my comfort. So I took it off the wall when I was looking for places to live because I was like, well, I might as well put it in my art folder. And so I was just chilling there one day and I had some Mod Podge left over from, I don't know, a project I was doing. I don't know. Oh, look at me strip. Look at me go. And so I was like, well, I wonder what it would look like if I Mod Podged some of it. So I Mod Podged about half of it, let it dry. And I was like, oh, that looks cool. There wasn't really much point because I do want to get a custom frame for it. Did want to get a custom, I don't know. I don't really know if I use past tense or present tense with it. I'm not really sure. Then I found somewhere to live. Oh my God, who is banging the doors? Oh my God, shut up. You know what I mean? I'm in my bedroom with the door closed and I can still hear my neighbours outside on the corridor just banging doors. Like, okay, calm down. And so I found somewhere to live, and so I was packing all my stuff up in my art folder, and this was a big painting, this Coke bottle picture. All the others didn't need to be folded, but this one needed to be folded in half, which was fine. I've put it in my art folder millions of times before. Was it that house? I don't even think it was that house I finished it in. So it had been folded up before, and the cardboard I used for it already had a fold in it, which folded it pretty much perfectly. So it already had like a spine in it, like a seam in it, so I was able to fold it quite easily without destroying the picture because the picture moulded to the fold that was already there. So I folded it, put it in my art folder, and I just left it in there until I moved. And then when I was unpacking, when I finally got to this house I'm in now, I unpacked it and it was stuck to the other side, and so I tried to pull it off, and there aren't many that are destroyed, but it's just not perfect now. When we do a video of it, you'll see what I mean. But that might be I don't know, in a couple of videos time, because a part of me knows I'm going to have to redo the whole thing, which I'm not the happiest about, really, because it took me a long time. But this time I'm not going to draw all those Coke bottles from scratch. I am literally just going to draw 6 or 8 of them on a page. I'm going to get one, trace over it so they're identical, or find a better one even to copy, because I like them all to be identical, and then put like however many fit on a page. Like I'm going to try my best to fit at least like 6 or 8 on a page, and then take them to my parents' house where there's a printer, and I'm going to print like 100 of them, 200 of them. I forgot how many I needed. There's like 160 something, I think I remember the number. And then there's some bigger ones in bolder colours. You know what I mean? It would be nice to kind of redo it again if I can find a cuter Coke bottle, but I do really like it the way it is. Like, it's my favourite ever picture that I've ever made, apart from like the Perth one with the sentimental attachments to it. But like, as far as design quality goes, that is my favourite picture. I want it for my kitchen now. I want to get one of those Coke mini fridges to put Coke in. The drink, not the drug. So, and I want to put it like maybe below the picture. I don't know. But that's kind of my thing right now, is thinking about that painting. Because I don't know. Really want to get it done. But the first painting video you're going to see after this one is going to be the other one, the one where I'm... So with that one, I need to redo the black on it. Well, I don't really need to redo it. I need to put more layers of black on it because it's not the best right now. And I just kind of rushed the last bit of it because I was bored. I was bored of doing them, mind you. Like, I was getting quite upset because I was meant to go to Australia in 20... Well, I wasn't meant to. There was nothing, like, set in stone, but... In my little head, I was like, I got a fortune cookie on the 1st of January of 2020. And it was like, you're born to explore and will travel far. I've literally still got the little thing. It's literally in my Australia box. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is the year. This is the year I'm going to go to Australia. And then like 3 months later, we were in lockdown. I was like, well, alrighty then. But I think that was for the best because I don't think I was mentally ready. With my mental health and all that. I don't think I was purely ready in 2022, but I did it. And I'll never regret when I did it. It was the best thing that I'd ever done in my life. It was going to Australia, meeting her, all that stuff. It was absolutely magical. I loved it. Not so much Australia. Like, I love it there, but it was more, I don't know. So anyway, haven't seen the pictures really since. I might have brushed over them a few times, like talked about them, not literally brushed. I need to brush over them with black paint. That's what I need to do. You know what I mean? I need to stop ironing. Bothers me. It bothers me. You know what I mean? Don't say that, Alex. So we need to do that, and then on the back, I kind of did this thing where I made like a border, but I haven't painted the black yet. And then there's just like a random space on the back of each one of them. Cannot remember for the life of me what I was going to use that back space for. You'll see more in the video, but I don't know what I was going to use it for. Because I want them, if I'm ever going to put them up on frames, obviously, so or just stuck on the wall, so you're not going to see the back of them. So I don't really know why I was planning with that. I really can't remember. You know what I mean? I really am like trying to get this video done at this point because I do have everything I need now to do the bathroom video, which is long overdue, but I did tell people that one might be a bit of a while away because there was some things I needed. There were some things I had to do first. I don't like having 2 videos on my phone at the same time because I get confused about which bit's meant to be and when. It really confuses me, so I like to have them uploaded and scheduled for being made public on my phone, on YouTube, before I start another video. because then I'm able to just organise my thoughts better. I'm able to just shut that one off, delete all the clips from my phone. It's all on YouTube. I don't have to worry about it. It doesn't take up as much space on my phone. So I don't need to worry about finding space for the other videos. Just a lot easier. So I'm currently literally sat on my bedroom floor. It's like 8 o'clock at night. Just talking. I don't have a script for this, as you can tell. And just painting. This bit was so satisfying. Look at me just making it go from like, wow. Oh, it cut. All right. What I was noticing was because I was so entranced with, why is this looking like, I don't know, the lighting's weird. I haven't really sussed out the lighting yet. So what you see me doing here anyway is I made some stencils out of yellow card, because it was the first piece of card that came to my hand when I was getting some, that says Australia. And I think there's some hearts there as well. These are going to be to trace around onto the vinyl, because I've done the box now. I've painted that. Yes, it is still really patchy, as you can see in the bottom right corner. It's still quite patchy, but it's fine. And so this is going to be just like the template. Realised before I started doing it, I would have had to trace them front to back. So I would have had to turn, like, for example, the letter L backwards. So I would have been looking at it the wrong way round, so that when I trace over on the back, because you trace over on the back on like sticky back plastic and stuff, it'll come out the right way. And I think, oh, I haven't done the box yet. I think I was waiting for that bit to dry so I could just do another quick layer on it. And yes, I do Mod Podge it. I do Mod Podge it all, but I stick the letters on first because I don't want them peeling, because it's obviously they're not wood, so they might peel. They're not going to be as longevity as wood would be. You know what I mean? Makes no sense. So yeah, I'm literally sat looking at all my stuff from my bathroom video, but I don't really want to touch it until my bathroom video, which my bathroom is a total mess. Here I am using my torch, because yes, the room is bright and yes, the light is on, but the way that the light was shed, I couldn't see what I was doing. I couldn't see the bits I'd already painted, just because of it was inside of the box. I just couldn't. As either that or putting it on its back, like putting it on its normal side and then leaning over it, and I didn't want to do that. So I just used my torch on my phone, which worked quite well actually, you know what I mean? I never really used the torch on my phone. I don't know, I think it's because I've got all automated lights. So I'm able to just Amazon Assistant my lights. Which, good job I live alone, because it would annoy people if I was just being like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But I find it quite fun. I do miss my Amazon Assistant when I'm at my parents' house, actually. The next time I go, I'm probably going to take her with me. Might take her with me. Probably the one at my bedroom. Maybe. I don't know. I do have, for the one in my bathroom and my bedroom, yes, I do have an Alexa in the bathroom. Don't ask how. With British, I made plugs. It works just about. They have like charging things for them. So I'm able to. So I was just watching me tracing over those letters, and so I'm able to like use it unplugged for like, I think they last for like 48 hours or 26 hours or 36 hours. I'm not really sure. Maybe 24 hours. I don't know. I've never really used it to its full, what's the word? Charge. I've always just had them plugged in. It's only when I never had one in the living room, because the living room's my newest one, that doesn't have a charging dock of the year. Before I had that one, and I was just going into the living room, maybe, or the kitchen, to maybe wash the dishes or something. If I didn't have headphones on, I would take the assistant in there with me. Yeah. So, okay, I've zoomed in now and cut the zoomy bit in. So there's some hearts, there's the letters. And so, I cut them into more manageable sizes. And then I cut around them, which was fun. This was probably the favourite, but I don't really like painting, which I used to really enjoy it. Well, I used to think I enjoyed it. I don't think I actually ever have enjoyed painting. It's just not my thing, as you could tell from the past couple of clips, past video or two, whatever. I don't enjoy having paint or glue on my hands. I don't like it. It's just not my vibe. I like crafts like this, and like the thing I'm making for my girlfriend. Really enjoy that type of stuff, because that doesn't involve paint. There's a clue for you, darling. Doesn't involve paint. Don't think it does. No. And I mean, could do at some point. I mean, but it doesn't right now. So neither of the projects I'm making do. But I enjoy like cutting and sticking and all that sort of stuff. So this is what I'm doing with it. Kind of putting them there. Yes, they're not centered right now. I'm making them centered. That's centered enough. So I'm putting one in the middle so that I can work from that one. That's kind of like a guiding point. So they just stick on like that. So I drew the tracing thing on the back of them. So I would have had to flip them. I had to draw them flipped pretty much. So they came out the other way. Yeah, it's quite satisfying. I'm going to make my own labels for my drawers, because I had to redo them all again, because, yeah, I got rid of my wardrobe, didn't I? So I have to redo all the labelling on my drawers, and hopefully it'll just make it out a lot cheaper, because I'm replacing them, like, all the time. I was seeing what that one would have looked on the side, because that's when I realised, oh, I want to put the word Australia on the front as well, because where I've got it in a cupboard with things on top of it. So when you're looking at it, I want you to be able to see the words from the front, which was the one thing I wish I had done on my other box, was put the words on the front as well, so that because it used to live under my table in my living room. It doesn't live there anymore, it's in the bedroom. And so you couldn't read what it said when it was under there, because you couldn't see the top of it, obviously. But the letters on that, everything on that is literally welded on with Mod Podge. You're not going to get them off to redo it, so it would just ruin the whole box. If you were to like pull them off, or you would have to put someone underneath it, like a knife or paint palette, like one of those paint machine things that you use to spread paint with, to get underneath it. So not really worth destroying it. I still like that box, it just didn't match my aesthetic. It's still here. And this one does match my aesthetic, and this is the one that's in a cupboard. They're probably both gonna go. One's gonna go on top of the other one. I literally just did it because I wanted to separate the stuff from my girlfriend from the stuff from Australia, and because I did it because I was running out of room, not because I'm trying to segregate them both, but because I was running out of room, and I was like, well, I need to do something about that. So this is just the general Australia stuff, so like my boarding passes, any random photos that aren't in the box of photos, bag tags, sweet wrappers that are mine and not hers, they're also in here. Anything that is just general Australia stuff. I like the front of it better than I like the top of it. It just all fits better. It doesn't look as empty and sparse. You know what I mean? I do start Mod Podging it in like 10 seconds. I was like, that bit looks too empty, so I need to put them like that. Okay, so this is a different day, I think, or very, very early the next morning. I don't know, I was up all night, like, pretty much doing this at one point. I was like, I can't sleep, so I'm just gonna vibe doing this. I like to be productive. You know what I mean? That's me pulling glue off my hands. I don't like the feel. I don't mind glue on my hands if I'm purposely putting it there and then I peel it off as some sort of like therapeutic thing, but painting glue on my hands when I don't want it there, it's just not my vibe. So see the box kind of open like that? I've kind of latched it open
just so if Mod Podge gets on the thing and then seeps in, it doesn't dry shut pretty much. So I'm leaving it open like that until it's totally all Mod Podged and all dry, because I don't want to weld it closed. And then it'll pull the paint off. And I think, not 100% sure, but I think by this point I'd washed the pot out. So if I was to accidentally pull the paint off, I would have had to like mix and try and get that exact colour again. I don't think I would have been able to do that though, so that's that. Alex, move the camera. We can't see what you're doing. Come on. I think I realise in a second that we can't really see what I'm doing. There we go, I move forward. You can't move the camera. You move towards the camera. So I'm painting one of the Mod Podging one of the sides here. I do like the look of Mod Podge stuff. I kind of have lost my respect for Mod Podge over the years, over the amount of stuff that it's ruined of mine. Ruined some of my girlfriend's coupons. I think there was more than what there actually were originally, and I couldn't salvage some of them. I can't really remember. And it ruined my Coke bottle picture. Because it wasn't that I'd even put it in the thing wet. It was that I put it in bone dry, like it had been Mod Podged and then just left against my wall for literally over a week. You know what I mean? And it was only a very, very thin layer because I didn't have much Mod Podge left. You know what I mean? That's me picking the stupid glue off my hands. Me being very, very careful not to close that box, because when you're painting bits like that, like the edges, bits of Mod Podge will just go onto the other bits, and if it closed, there was no chance I was going to get it open again. I probably would have, because it wasn't much glue, but it would have pulled some of the paint off. I'm like, no thanks. Didn't fancy repainting all that again. I literally would have had to start again. I would have had to take all the stickers off. I would have had to redo all the stickers because they would have lost the stickiness. I would have had to redo it all in a different colour. I was like, no, not happening. I would have just thrown the whole box away at that point. So that's what the back looks like. I can't remember if I showed what the back looks like. Had 2 leftover stickers, so I was like, oh, I'll put them on the back, which is fine and dandy. But yeah, it's quite satisfying to watch, isn't it? It's literally like watching paint dry. You know, you talk a lot when you've almost actually finished this, because in a minute, I come back and I start talking to you guys again. But yeah, I hope I didn't bore the living daylights out of yous. I just wanted to make this box. I wanted to just do some painting. Thought I'd record it. Thought it could be a good video, because I am really running out of video ideas. Don't know why I'm picking the glue off those hearts. It just looked really picky. Looks picky. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was fun. I had fun. Don't really enjoy painting though. Once I've finished all my paintings and I've redone my Coke bottle picture, that's it. Like, I just don't find any joy in it anymore. I've got different things planned for my life now. You know what I mean? But yeah, just last little bit here, and then we'll be going back to past me, but it's future me for you. You can't see me yet, and past me for me, because I've already recorded it.
I hate filming myself on this camera. I think it's because it's so crystal clear that it makes me look atrocious. You know what I mean? But I finished my box. I don't really know what I think of it, to be honest with you. It's going to be backwards, but it says Australia there and Australia there. Originally, I did just have the break in the box. I did just have Australia there, but then I plan on putting it in my bedside table cupboard, where it's going to have stuff on top of it. And so I wanted it to, and plus that just looked better. So I made it out of what you saw me doing on one of the previous clips. You can't really see it because I'm terrible at angles. This is white vinyl, like sticky back plastic, but white. I've got a black one as well. So I was going to paint all the letters white, and I didn't like them. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to, so I got some cards and wrote the letters to use as stencils, so they looked identical. And just did it like that. So when that's like on my shelf or whatever, it's got stuff on top of it, you can still read it, which you couldn't do with the other one. You know, the words are only on the top. Which, again, I'm still keeping the other one because that's for different stuff than this is. They're being separated. But yeah, so I'm going to put all the stuff in it now. But look, I Mod Podged it. Now it's like shiny. You guys see that? It's got a shine on it. Not the best painting job. Yes, it looks patchy as hell. But we're just going to put it down. We're just going to put it down. But no matter how many coats of paint I put on that thing, especially the top, it just kept looking patchy. And I put thick layers on. You'll be able to probably see in the videos. I was putting layers and layers and layers, especially on the top. To no avail. To no avail. So, I don't know what else it wanted. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Because I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't want them to be 2 hours long each. Next video, so this was like the wooden painting. Next one we're going to do will be... I really want to fix my Coke bottle picture, which I know deep down it's easily fixed if I used pre-mixed paint, and I didn't. I did use like acrylic paint, like this stuff, but for all the secondary colours of the green, the purple and the orange, I mixed it, and so I don't think I'll be able to get those colours back, but I don't know, because I forgot how badly it is done. Once I've like did a bit of a reset, I need to clean everything. I've got water bottles everywhere. Everywhere's just an absolute mess. Once I've done a reset, maybe tomorrow we'll start it. I'm going to my parents' house on Wednesday because Dale the duck, you remember Dale, broke his toe, could no longer stay in my house. So yesterday, Sunday, bouncing down with rain, I grabbed him and I ran to my parents' house. I said, I can't keep him in my house. You can have him. I don't want him. I can't have him. He's got a broken toe. I can't have, no. Makes me feel wonky. So my mum's taking me to the place where we got him from, Gordale, hence his name, to get me another one, because I base everything around that dog. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm doing on Wednesday. My face looks so ugly. But tomorrow I'm free, so maybe we could start that tomorrow if I finish cleaning today. I don't know. But yeah,